All right, guys. Last week, in my NFL Week 4, I went 11-4. That's really good actually for me. And now let's see. Okay, the games I got wrong were the Eagles, the Bills, the Cardinals, and the Raiders. So yes. And this week they teamed with in Week 5 the teams by the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Jets, and the Panthers. So yes. So now let's get it started. Okay, tonight's game, Colts at Texans. I got the Colts. Only because I think that only because Andrew Luck is playing. Andrew Luck didn't play last week, and I didn't know that. No one did until it was game day. So yes, Colts. And now let's go to the Sunday games. Bears, the Chiefs. I gotta go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing at home, and they're a much, much, much better team than the Bears. So yes, I got the Chiefs. Seahawks, Bengals. Ooh, this is tough. Bengals are home, but I trust the Seahawks more because they've actually done something versus the Bengals haven't really. I mean, yes, making the playoffs. I know as a Charger fan that's a good thing, but they gotta do more. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Redskins, Falcons, Falcons. Falcons are at home and they're a way, way, way better team. So yes, and then Jaguars, Buccaneers. Ooh, this could go either way, but right now I trust Bortles a little bit more than I trust Winston. Because he's been in the league a little bit longer. So yes, Jaguars, Saints, Eagles. Oh, even though the Eagles are home, I got to pick the Saints. Drew Brees is playing, and the Eagles haven't looked that great. In fact, they lost last week to a pretty bad Redskins team. Okay, Browns, Ravens. Um, I got to go with the Ravens only because they're at home, and then the Ravens I think are a better team than the Browns. You know, and then Rams, Packers. Packers are going to win. They're at home, and then the Packers are just the all-around better team. Okay, and then the Bills Titans. I actually have the Bills winning only because I think that defense will be able to shut down Mariota. And then Mariota's a rookie, so yeah. Cardinals Lions. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with the Cardinals. I should pick the Lions only because the Lions are home, they need to win, but the Cardinals I think are just one of the teams this year to beat. So yes. And then Patriots Cowboys. Patriots are gonna whoop that butt because because the Cowboys don't have Romo. So yeah, Patriots. Now Broncos Raiders. Broncos are gonna win most definitely. I know Peyton Manning hasn't looked that great, but the Broncos always seem to find a way to beat the Raiders. Okay, and the 49ers Giants. I gotta go with the Giants because I think that the 49ers are one of the worst teams in the league this year. Yes, I know. I gotta go with the Giants. Steelers, Chargers. Ooh, I'm a Chargers fan, but I gotta go with the Chargers only because the Chargers are at home and they don't have Big Ben. If the Steelers had Big Ben, they had picked the Steelers, but Chargers, yeah. So, see you guys.